Hi everyone, welcome to the Mathemagic channel. Today let's look at how we can solve this equation with square roots and 2's. Let's try it out. So as we look at this equation, we notice there's the square root of x, the square root of 2, and the square root of 32. Now, it's important when you do equations or when you solve equations to put the x's on one side and the numbers on the other side. So identifying that the square root of x is a variable, the square root of 2 is a number, the square root of 32 is a number. So all those numbers should go together on the right-hand side. Also, something else which is worth noting is that 32 is a power of 2. It is actually 2 to the power 5. So we have 2 to the power 1 on the left and 2 to the power 5 on the right. Surely we'll be able to combine those somehow. So as we look at the square root of 32, we can always extract perfect squares from Surds, and inside of the square root of 32 you have the square root of 16, which is a perfect square. 4 times 4 is 16. So you can split the square root of 32 into the square root of 16 times the square root of 2 and actually simplify it to what we call 4 root 2. So the square root of 16 becomes a 4 and it can go in front of the root 2. So this will give you 4 root 2. So this is going to be very useful and important. So we can simplify our equation. Square root of x plus square root of 2 equals 4 root 2. Remembering to put all the numbers on the same side, we're going to move the plus root 2 to the other side. So whenever you move a quantity from side to side in mathematics, you need to be aware of the fact that a plus will become a minus will become a plus, times will become divide, and divide will become times. So here we have plus root 2. As we move it to the right, it'll be minus root 2. And so we have the root of x is 4 root 2 minus 1 root 2. And so 4 minus 1 is 3. And in this case, you'll have the square root of x is equal to 3 root 2. So how do we get rid of square roots? Well, to get rid of a square root, you need to square it. And so this is what we're going to do. We're going to square both sides of our equation. And I would recommend that you do the square root of x squared, which will give you x. And you need to square the right-hand side as well. Now notice the right-hand side is the multiplication of 3 and root 2. So when you square it, you'll need to distribute the squared to both of those numbers. And this is because we are following a rule which is just above my head here. Because AB in bracket squared is equal to a squared times b squared. So the 2 gets distributed, the exponent gets distributed. So it'll be given to the 3 and given to the root 2. And so 3 squared is 9 and root 2 squared is 2. So the square roots and the squared cancel out. A little bit like how we canceled out the square root of x in the step before. The square roots and the squared cancel each other out. They're what we call inverse operations of each other. And for our final step, 9 times 2, which is nice and easy, and 9 times 2 is 18. Wonderful. Well done for completing this question. I recommend that you try some more of our videos and that you like and subscribe so that you can see more of our mathematical updates and we can support you in your journey. Thank you so much and see you on the next one. Bye-bye.